Welcome back to another video, Gustav's Republic. Hope you all are doing great. So today's topic that I'm going to talk about is how to overcome fear. Fear, fear, fear. We all are afraid of something, right? We all are afraid of something. And that's okay. We're supposed to be afraid of things because otherwise our brains are literally structured to be afraid of the unknown, because in the Stone Age we would die. We would literally die if a mammal or an animal came after us and tried to kill us. So fear is absolutely normal, and everyone experiences fear for certain things. And the way to overcome fear, for me, that works in sales, for example, the way that I overcame fear, was by actually taking action consistently. By doing what I was afraid of, cold calling strangers, for example, or approaching someone that I had never talked to before, that was something that I was afraid of. And the way that I overcame this fear was by actually doing it again and again and again. And by becoming competent and seeing results from my actions, I gain confidence. Because competence equals confidence. So by doing it a lot of times and seeing success from it, that will give you confidence. And by seeing, okay, if I do this, if I approach a stranger, and the majority of the time I actually get a great result, then I will not be afraid anymore, because the chance of success is higher than the chance of failure. So why should I be afraid? Yes, people will always tell you no. It's the same in cold calls, but you have to see the results from it. Yeah, people will reject you. Not everyone will want to be your friend because you interrupt them in their day. And that's why I love sales. Sales is the best way to overcome fear, especially socially, because you talk with total strangers, you interrupt them in their day, and you will probably be rejected most of the time. So you overcome this fear and you understand, yeah, they will probably don't even remember this anyway. And by doing it over and over again, you actually see, okay, if I keep doing this, I will get a result. Because I understand that you're afraid and you don't even get a result for it. What's the point of that? Just doing hard stuff. So for me personally, I did it because I wanted to master my fear and not be afraid of approaching strangers. Being able to convince a stranger to have a conversation with me that I could potentially help them. And that's why the best way to overcome fear is actually to take action. And by embracing the unknown is actually the best possible way to face your fear. So if your fear is going outside of your country, you've never done it before, a lot of people overthink. Okay, so if I go here, then this will happen. I will get robbed. Uh, I will get scammed or whatever. But if you never try, you never go out of your comfort zone, you will never even know. And most of the time, it never is as bad as we think it is. Because a lot of people just overthink instead of actually doing it. So same for me doing this type of YouTube videos. I'm practicing my public speaking skills because a lot of people are afraid of public speaking. I did speeches where I stood in front in school, where I stood in front of a large group of people, and I had to tell a story. And I was afraid that people would laugh at me, people would mock me, people would not like what I had to say. But after a while, you actually get used to it, and then you become addicted to always pushing more and more. It's the same in sales because you understand that you can get a result from it, and you actually develop and you gain more courage Because courage is actually a skill that you can build. It's not something we are built with or born with. It's something we have to build over time. And it's such a great skill to have because once you have courage, you're unstoppable. You're like, yeah, they will reject me. I don't care. I will do it again and again and again. Because the only way to grow is to continually face your fears. So perhaps you have one fear, now you need to go and try different things. So for example, what I did was, okay, I'm not a very creative person. I don't improve that much. I'm a very analytical person, very structured person. So even doing these YouTube videos, this is facing my fears. Posting and improvising, making YouTube videos. I'm not doing for anyone else but myself, to training and becoming better at speaking. So next is learning from your mistakes. The only way to learn is to actually fail, 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 and see, okay, I messed up here, I messed up here. How can I improve? One way to actually make it even easier is to have a mentor, read books of people that has already done the mistakes before you. So if you're afraid of public speaking, read books and watch other people that have done public speaking before you so you can prepare and see and become even better when the situation arrives. So the last thing you can do is to change your mindset. So instead of seeing fear or an opportunity as something scary, see it as an opportunity for growth. Like I said in sales, see it as an opportunity for growth. When you call someone and you have a conversation with them, this could be the conversation that changed your life forever. Or when you talk to a stranger, maybe this will be your best friend forever, your life partner in dating, because you just talk to them. Face your fears, overcome your fears. First, understand what they are, understand why you have them, the root cause. Okay, I have this fear. I'm scared of snakes. Why am I scared of snakes? Well, I I saw a snake in Harry Potter and he was big and scary. So now I'm scared of snakes. Have you ever even seen a snake in real life? Like, no, actually not. I just watched this movie and now I'm scared and I'm patronized by all the snakes forever. Like, the only way to break that fear is to actually face your fear. And you don't have to go in inside of a snake zoo and be around the snakes directly, but perhaps you could start watching snake videos and learning more about snakes, and they're not that dangerous. And then after that, you can go to a zoo and stand far away and watch the snakes. And then you take it to the next level, bit by bit. And then you can actually ask the zookeeper to perhaps touch a tame snake and to really overcome your fear. So, what I want you to take away from this is when it comes to fear, do not just jump into it like in sales calls. Don't just jump in. You've never done sales calls in your life and you're really scared. Don't just jump into the sales call like, yeah, I'm going to do 100 calls now and try to convince the top manager and the top CTO of the largest companies directly. No, you start small. You start perhaps with customers that has already shown interest in you, the tame ones and the good people. And then bit by bit, you will gain more confidence because people will not reject you and you have a higher chance and probability of winning. Then you gain more confidence. When you have more confidence, it's easier. You will not be as afraid. But like I said earlier, competence breeds competence. Confidence. Competence breeds confidence. So when you are competent at something, you will not be afraid of it. So the more you're around snakes, the more you're around sales calls, the more you're around salespeople, the more you make that action, the less afraid you will be. But if you stop, you will perhaps become afraid again. If you stop selling for 20 years, yes, perhaps you will actually become afraid again because you start overthinking. What if this happens? What if this happens? But the track record will make you less scared. It's the same if you've never driven a car before. Yes, you will be afraid that you're gonna crash because you have never driven before. And that's totally understandable and normal. But the more you do it, and you have driven a car for years, now you're not afraid anymore. Now it's like second nature to you. Now you drive everywhere all the time and you're not afraid at all. But in the beginning, you were really, really scared. But if you didn't go outside of your comfort zone and studied and went and practiced and drove with a guide and a teacher, you would have never learned it. So look back on something before that you were afraid of and you found out was actually very easy. And what I want to take away from this video, guys, is that face your fears step by step and become the best version of yourself. Courage is a skill, and I want you all to be courageous, strong, and honorable. See you guys.